chat. And I should be able to see that. Okay. So we should be live, I'm hoping. If not, then this is not a very good stream. Probably want that up to be the best. Okay, so what I got here is the AirForce from InWin. It is a DIY build your own case thing. From my understanding, there's a lot of pieces and a lot of stuff in here. I have no idea how long this is going to take me. I hope this is going to be a fun experience. There's only really one way to find out if it's going to be a pain in the ass or really, really cool. And that's to actually do it. So, I apparently have no audio coming. Why the hello? It's coming through. Damn it, what's going on? Oh no, it's going stream only. Okay, so hopefully I do actually have audio, because if I don't, that's going to be kind of shitty. And I guess I should maybe check that before continuing, just to make sure. I have audio, because if I don't, that's going to be kind of shitty. And sorry for this inconvenience. I guess I should maybe check that. Okay, the stream's good. Cool. Okay. Before continuing, just to make sure. Mute that, because why not? Okay, so let's get back into this so I can actually see stuff. And then let's go here. Cool, cool. Let's get a knife to open this guy up. And I did give myself enough room, good. Am I hitting? Okay. So that's quite a bit of stuff. And so we get 3 AL120s, which are fully ARGB, and cool. Okay, so that comes with it. This is a very, well, I wouldn't want to say very expensive case, but it is a premium case. It is definitely not a cheap case. Oh, we got a fourth one here. Okay. So 4 fans come with it. The front I/O. So we got 2 USB 3s, some LED lights, power button. So no restart button. So you got a 3.1 Type-C, separate headphone and microphone ports. So no reset button. Is what it is, I guess. No idea what these are yet. A very heavy bag of all sorts of brackets and screws. And yeah, there's a lot in there. Oh, so even, yeah, okay. So all the rear I/O covers are in here too, because obviously we're building the whole case, so everything is DIY. Oh, I think these are feet, because there's little rubber pads on the bottom. And then let's move these over here. Okay, so we do actually have a manual in the box, because if it was a QR code, then I was going to have to download it, but this is fairly well illustrated, no words, so I guess language barriers are just done by pictures. Yeah, so feet, okay, okay. Now, I'm not 100% sure how customizable, I guess would be the right word, this is. So yeah, you got the front intakes on how that works. So yeah, like I'm curious on how customizable everything is. And then you got a QR code there to actually download the manual as well if you don't want the paper copy. Okay, so I'm going to take a minute here to actually unpack all this, because, yeah. What's in this box? Or is it just a box? Nope, there is what looks to be the cage. Yep, storage cage, or storage cages. Okay. More somethings. So A, B, C. Now this concept of building your own case is really cool to me because, like, I like Lego and stuff. Lego growing up was like the coolest shit ever. If you weren't one of those people, I don't think this is going to be for you. Yeah, this is obviously the rear I/O. Let's throw that there. How is this coming out? Okay, so these are the actual frames. This is a big boy, ain't he? Whoo, nice. Okay, so we got something to attach fans to. So I'm assuming these are either the top or bottom of the case. And then you got, see, there's 3 of these, and then magnetic dust filters. How many dust filters are in here? 2. Whoa, slippery plastic, slippery plastic. Okay, let's remove some of the cardboard. So then these are the down portions, because it says down. I'm not exactly sure what down means, but... And stuff is just sliding and falling all over the place. Of course it is, yay! It is nice that most of this is cardboard, so it actually will be recyclable. And then, ooh, that's a big case. So that's, I guess it would be like this. So the motherboard would be here. Cable cutouts. Yeah, this is a big case. I'm just, like, how does it compare to the... Yeah, so it's substantially larger. It's probably going to be pretty close to the 5000D Airflow or 5000D from Corsair size-wise. Because I actually have not really looked at what the box says for the actual size of this case. The whole thing was build it yourself. I'm like, I'm in. Let's do it. So I guess this is the back panel. How are you coming out? Now, for anyone who is watching or does watch or will watch this, I am going to be reviewing this case as well. This is just such a unique thing. I felt like I needed to do an extra video of actually building the thing. Yeah, so you got some tempered glass. It is fairly dark tinted. Not sure how well the camera, yeah, no, the camera's picking that up pretty well. So that, like, it's a dark tint to it. So you will need a fair bit of RGB, which they do give you the RGB LED fans to then make sure this cannot slip because it will break. So you need to go there. So yeah, if anyone does get this case, make sure you have a lot of space because this is taking up a lot of space. Because I got cardboard thrown everywhere right now. And here's the last piece. So this is going to be another glass insert for the front or the right or left side. I'm not sure which one's which, if there is a difference. We will find that out. Yeah, so same thing. Very dark tint to it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to take a second or two to look at the instructions here on where they suggest to start, because there's a lot of pieces here. And you go there. Okay, so let's take another look at this. So all the screw, that's okay. So I will need my own Phillips. Okay. Got all the screws and where did I? That's under here somewhere. Okay, so it's saying to start with the frame, I guess would be the best way to phrase that, which that's the frame over there. Okay. Okay, so it says ups and downs. So I'm assuming there's one up and one down. Okay, this is going to be weird. I'm hoping I have enough room here to actually build this, because this case is quite big. Oh, there's going to be lots of peeling. Oh, yeah. And I suck at peeling. And this was one of the downs. So what I should do is do an up and a down together, and then try to figure that out. I'm assuming I have to peel this before I start fastening things, or can I just try to open up the screw locations and then peel it after? Because I don't want to scrape it. There we go. Okay, so this is up. So these two need to move some more, or I won't step on them. Okay. What? I need the S1s. Are these labeled? Is then the next question. That could be the S1s. So the bags are not labeled. Okay, not sure what that is. That's the mounting. Standoffs and zip ties. I get a GPU bracket and everything too. Cool. Okay. I think those are the S1s. Let's check the manual here. Does it times 50? So those are, so no, those are the S4s. So the S1s, there's 50 of these boys. So that's got to be the giant package of here, of this one. Okay, so I only need 2 for now. I said 2, not 4, 2. Okay. Move that aside. What side, I'm not entirely sure. And let's move on to the other frame. Come on. You want to come off. You want to come off without breaking things. There we go. And then for the other side, or top anyways. It's 10:50 where I am right now, AM. And I'm in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. If you can pick me up over the crumpling of plastic. So yeah, these seem to be acrylic. There are some sort of plastics for sure. So it's going to be a pretty light case for the size of it. And then I guess it does depend on how you feel about that, on if this makes any sense to you. Because if I do end up liking this case, there's a pretty good chance I'll be replacing it with, making it my daily gaming system case, is what I'm thinking. Because the idea of just the whole Lego assembly thing is really just so cool to me. Let's make sure that's tight on both. This case does come in 2 color options. There's the black, or the phantom black, which is what I have here. And then there's also a white, which has some color accents to it. So I believe it's the frame around it is either blue or yellow and or red. There's some weird color options. Okay, so... Okay, and then now it's to attach the rear I/O to the motherboard tray. So the rear I/O was here, And the motherboard tray is behind the glass pieces, so that's gonna... These are, again, are the same screws, S1s, okay. So this is metal. Now, is it steel or is it aluminum? It is steel. Because obviously you're going to be screwing the motherboard to it, having, like, it makes sense that this will be steel. Okay, I want to make sure these are standing up good, because broken glass everywhere will not be fun. Okay, the motherboard tray is then the same. It's steel as well, so there will be some rigidity to the whole case build or chassis, because that's a big boy, dang. Okay, so the rear, so that would be how we, so it's wrapped, it's like this, correct? I'm not fully understanding how that's going in. So it's like that, okay. Oh, so those holes must be for the frame, okay. Okay, so this feels like it's going to be difficult to attach with one person. What is it? The S2. So there should only be 5 of these. Okay. That's too many. So that'd be these guys. Okay. Okay. So what's the best way to try to get this done here? I think like this. Okay, so let's that guy in. Whoop! Yep, that's what I was expecting to happen. Okay, that's holding well enough with the one screw in. Okay. And then step number 3 is assembling the inside frame. So that's what all that was. So I need to move this over somewhere else here. Get the other assembled stuff, and that'd be these 3 pieces. And those weird ABC square rectangle. Okay, so that's obviously then for the front I/O. And then, or they're actually labeled, so they're obviously not interchangeable. Okay. So then these are just all the same. So I need the S1s. Oh, so they're wanting me to attach assemble this and then assemble it to one of the frames. Which outside frame? Or am I, how, is this just choose your own adventure? Do I want to assemble this and then put it to that, or assemble each piece to that? They don't explain that very well. So they're just saying kind of put this all together. They don't suggest the best way of doing that. So I'm going to try to put this frame together and then attach it to one of the outside frames. Okay, so let's start with C. This is taped. Okay, so these are attached from the inside, is what that's going to have to be. Okay. So that should be the front. Now I need to attach. Wait a minute. I have a feeling I did that backwards. Okay. That should be to the, yep, I did that backwards. At least I figured it out on the first one, not the third. So I'm flipping this so it's like that. Whoa! So it's like that. Okay. So they do have little, what looks to be brass fittings in the plastic, so that you are actually screwing into steel, not into plastic, so you shouldn't have weird plastic warping whatevers, which is good. Yeah, so I do like this. So this one's, wait a minute, what? So that's the top. So this one's actually being screwed in. Am I doing this right? No, these are different. Damn it, this isn't as simple as I wanted it to be. Because this frame is different than this frame. Or this has extra or whatever. which this does seem to be just clipped in. Which that would make sense to be the top. Yeesh, okay. Yeah, I get, but you're not really indicating. So they have a cross section here. So if C, wow, okay, this is not illustrated well at all. Yeah, they're saying, but they're still, like, I'm confused. So only, okay. Like, the frames themselves are the same, but two of them have these rails, and then this one doesn't. And it doesn't really indicate which one's which here, or like, I would assume the ones with the rails should be top and front, and then this would be bottom. That would make sense to me. But they do have a cross section here to kind of show where these notches should be. So if I have, that means it should be like this. But then maybe I do have this on the wrong side. Maybe it should be on the outside, not on the inside. That might line up a little better. No, I don't want to just... Okay, that seems to make a tighter fit, so that makes sense, okay. Okay, so that would be matching that, okay. So then I would probably want this guy up here. Okay. Let's grab this as well. Okay, I guess I need to probably Just realign that slightly. Okay. Now I need A. This like clips. Where did that go? So it's saying it's from the outside. This, I guess, makes the most sense. Okay, so now I need to get the B here and put it onto that side. And then I'm assuming putting on the base. Okay. Yeah, okay, so that's the difference there. Whoa. Okay, and then what I'm assuming is the base. So that will go in like that. So let's spin this so I can take a better look. didn't actually thread in, dang it. Yeah, like this is a big case, because it's not even fitting on the desk. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, now it's saying I need to attach a frame to it. Okay, so I got C there, so they're saying to have it on top of that. I don't think there's really a difference between these two. Now I forgot which side is A, or which side's up and which side's down. What? So that should be to the top. Yes, okay. And which it is. Yeah, it says caution these things, or attention these things. But what I'm confused about is this frame seems much larger than this frame. But I suppose it is something to do with the way it's attaching. Okay, so I might have to peel this because I think all that's really causing an issue. Or at least half peel it. Okay, so how does this actually fit in here? Does it actually fit in here? Okay, so it does seem like I put this in incorrectly. I think you should be fastening these things into here first. Which it doesn't really, it says to kind of just do it. It doesn't really say. Okay, so I might want to just loosen these up a bit so there's a little bit more play. Okay, does that help? Like this one seems to be fitting in perfectly fine, but nothing else does. Is it because it's not rotated correctly? So this is C. Like it's saying it should be like, unless this is the wrong, but that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it definitely seems to be these corner pieces which what's not fitting correctly. So maybe I have to do but then that's the opposite, so that means then I have something wrong. I'm really confused. Okay, I'm just going to take apart this whole frame and actually put it into this first, because this is just not working. Or at least take apart some of it. Yeah, so these instructions are not really good enough. So that should be the front and top. And this should be the bottom. And that should be the top. So this should be the bottom. So this should be going here. Or do I just have this completely incorrect? It's like these corner pieces just don't seem to want to fit in properly. Okay, that just fits in perfect. Okay. So that's the way it's obviously supposed to be. And okay. Okay, so I obviously did this incorrectly. So you're supposed to put it into the outer frame and then screw everything in, because that just works. Okay. So this should be the top. No, sorry, I guess this would be the top. This would be the front. You're not. There you go. There we go. Was it possible just to fit this in, or do I have to take it apart? There we go. Okay, that was substantially easier, and this also lets it hold into, gives you a way to actually hold it into place as you screw everything in. But yet my magnetic screwdriver is not a good enough magnetic screwdriver to hold on to a simple screw. Yeah, this is, yeah, okay. So you want to place the pieces into the outer frame and then screw it in, because that was way easier. Now the issue is putting the other side frame in. You might have to keep not tighten everything fully. Or have to come back and loosen some stuff to get it to fit. Okay, something was not threaded there. What's going on? Why are you not threading nicely? Okay, now what's going on? Don't really know what happened there. Yeah, that makes sense. Nope, that's not the right hole. That's what she said. technically. Now it's not actually saying to screw it into the bottom here. Yeah, it's saying to screw it in then after you're putting the back plate on. Okay, or the rear I/O on. So this is just to hold it. Okay. Okay, so now it's time to put the rear I/O and the motherboard tray in. So that's the power supply. So that would be going down here. My fingers are probably not in the correct place. Okay, so how's this going in? Because that's not lining up well whatsoever. Well, that's actually kind of the way it's showing. They're saying to have it. Okay. So that's supposed to be into that and into that. So I am just doing those two screws here. So I definitely need to flip this. And apparently I have this upside down as well. Wow. Yeah, this is just like Lego. Now can I just bear hug this thing and flip it? And then take this one off. Okay, so it's these tiny little guys here. Into the base there, yeah, okay. Son of a bitch. Really? I have this backwards. Oh, that's stupid of me. That's why it wasn't making sense. No, wait, this can't be backwards. Because that has to be like... But why would the rear IO shield be... Okay, no, okay, I had it right. Wow, I'm just losing my mind here. Okay. Just that way, the way the rear IO shield insert point is so I guess it's inset is really what it comes down to. Okay. So that should be interesting on how that's actually attached. Okay, so I've gotten that. So now I need to flip it and screw in with the S1s, okay. And I guess I need to peel it. Because I need to actually start screwing things in here. So they're... Oh no, they're saying to actually put the motherboard tray in first. And then the... Okay. Both are S1s. Okay, so that should be all the motherboard. Yep, okay, so let's do the outer frame to the inner frame. The fuck was that? So there's still, I need more. Okay. Hello, hello to anyone who is watching. I am reading comments, so if you do have any questions on what the hell's going on, give her. I will do my best. You are not going, what the heck? There we go. Okay, that was a bit of a different one. No, nope, that doesn't take a screw because, yeah, there's nothing there. Okay, so those are just empty. So all these are done, except for those. Okay, yep. Next page. Flip it and do the other side, yeah, okay. That's kind of what I expected. So I need to get the top. Okay, what's going on here? I don't know. No one actually wants to chat or do anything. They're just popping in and out. Going, why is this guy not talking? Well, The issue is there's no one talking to me, and I feel sad about that. I believe I did say this earlier, but I will be reviewing this case as like I normally review cases. So thermals and build quality and all that. I'll probably obviously be linking or indicating back to this video if you want to see how it's actually built. Because thus far, yeah, I've had a few minor annoyances with the whole assembling of the inner frame. You definitely want to put it into the outer frame while assembling the inner frame. Because just assembling the inner frame and then trying to stick it into the outer frame was a pain in the ass that will not work for you. For the most part, I should be pretty close to being done. Oh, that's for the glass. Yep, okay, I got that. Okay, so the feet is the next step. I guess I can show this. So I just finished assembling the outer frame, the second outer frame, or the top outer frame, or now it's saying that put the feet in. It looks like the feet just snap in, there's no actual screws. And then this is the front aisle, so the rear, the bottom is here. Okay. Okay, so looks like it just kind of just goes in. Guess I need to kind of pinch the tabs, slide it down. Okay, that seems to be attached. I would have liked a screw in there. That kind of seems a little wobbly. Second foot. That seems to be in. Yeah, I would have liked a screw in there because I don't know if I like that. I don't know how loose that is or a better snap. I'm not sure. Shouldn't really be an issue, but okay, so now I got the drive cages is the next step. Okay, audio still working, good. I then need to understand how the heck this thing goes in. So it's going in like this. What is it? Okay, there's a little... Yeah, this is going to be really hard to show. Wait, that's not in. Does it say to put that in? Oh, okay, I missed a few screws. Let's put those in first. I guess there's just two. There you go. There we go. Okay. I'm not sure how. So there's these little things down here that the sleds go into and then get, I guess, slid for they go in and then slide forward and lock in. And then the second one should just do the same thing onto this one. And then, boom. Now, how do these things, because how are you getting a drive into that? I guess you have to then, okay, that's going to be in the review, because that's a thing for a different day, because that's going to be interesting. Okay, now for the front I/O. Let's bring it over this way a little bit more. Okay. It looks like this just snaps in. And then no, you're supposed to go under. There you go. Go under and through. Ah, man. Nope, you're going to be like that. Okay. Come on, front end connectors. Stay. There you go. Okay. And pull. Okay. Cable management in this case looks like it's going to be very interesting. Where did the ground go? I saw you. Where are you hiding? There you are. Okay. And where am I supposed to put you? I'm not fully understanding where that's telling me. That looks like it's into this. But then I don't see a screw hole. What? I don't get that. That's the mother. Like it would have to be to the motherboard tray because the frame is plastic. It's not going to ground itself. But it doesn't really. It has to be that. But there's not really enough room there. It would be that, wouldn't it? That's the only place I could see it being. It's the only place within range or within reach of that ground. And it's an S5, which is just standard mounting screw, correct? Yeah, okay. Yeah, building your own case can be a little weird. Yeah. Whew. I don't know, if you're not mechanically inclined doing this, well, again, if you're not mechanically inclined, this is probably like one of the scariest things possible for you. But the instructions are not great. And I'm doing this blind. I believe there is a tutorial of some sort on how to construct this online from InWin. But, you know, I just YOLO it. And it takes me twice as long as it should. So, yeah, that's it. So it's just putting on the panels. So let's get the back peel going. And let's hook it in. Let's switch the camera. That's a big old boy, ain't it? Holy moly. Now the interesting thing, this is going to be a very open style frame case. Because like nothing's gasket, like there's no, like it's pretty much almost an open air case. So dust will be a thing in this case because you can clearly see like there's no, it's not a tight fit for the glass. I like the little gold accent actually. It does something. It's not just black. So then my understanding of this type 1, type 2 thing, I'm not fully understanding what I'm looking at here because all I got is 2 dust filters. And this is some like extra something. Did I not unbox something? I don't see what that's about, so maybe the black version doesn't have it. Maybe it's only the colored, or the white with color. Because all I got here is the fans and then those dust filters and a whole lot of extra screws and stuff for the standoffs, and because I'm not seeing no and that's like clean A. Oh wow, okay, that looks pretty. Now there's no dust filter for the bottom though, so the power supply is just left out to dry or to like inhale dust. Okay, yeah, so step 11, put on the glass. Step 12, okay, I'm not sure what that means. And then something type 1, type 2, type 1, type 2, but I don't see a type 2, it's all just this. So maybe that's something for the white, I'm not sure. And obviously, yeah, the rails can move for type 1, and then, or so for type 2, you got the rails, which, okay, but then they don't indicate what type 1 is. Or type 1 is just slides in. But I don't have this. Unless I somehow, like, didn't unbox it. Like, I don't have it. Am I supposed to? I guess that's a question for InWin. I guess I'm going to have to email them. Because I don't quite understand what's going on there. But that looks good. At least to me. Because, dang. Like, I think I would, like, I like that there's a color on the front I/O and on the glass, plastic, like the holders for the glass. I don't know about gold, personally. White or gray would have been more preferred to me, but that's me. Do you guys like the gold? Because having a splash of color on it is definitely necessary. It's just, does that make sense for the gold? It's like a personal preference, obviously. But yeah, that's a big old boy. Like, that's not a small case. It's fairly light for the size of it. Yeah, that is glass. Okay. But yeah, that's a big boy. So then, what's going on? Go in? No, you don't want to go back in. I took you out. You went in perfectly fine the first time. There we go. So like, yeah, like the case is very light with no system in it. But it's pretty. Now we have to find out if it's actually easy to build in or not. But that will be another video altogether, because I will be reviewing this, as I said throughout the video here. But that is going to be a separate video, because to do all the testing and stuff that I do on the cases, it takes me 2 or 3 days to actually test stuff. So, for everyone that has been watching, thank you very much. And I guess they didn't actually indicate how to install this. So, that's interesting. I'm assuming that's for that. So yeah, but the instructions didn't say anything about installing that. So that's something I'm going to have to figure out. But yeah, that's this video. That's really all that I'm going to be doing. So what do you guys think of this? Nice. Do you like the Lego of like assembling it yourself, or is that just a giant hassle that you would never want to deal with? you buy a case, you want it assembled. You don't want to buy a case to then assemble a case. But yeah, thanks again for everyone watching. And I guess subscribe if you're not subscribed to get the review of the case. I guess I'm going to need that over here. And I'm just trying to tidy up as I'm closing up. But yeah, see you next time. Where did